Peace, peace and blessings. As you all know, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, the Creator, the one who gives us the strength, the one who gave me the strength today to wake up, the one who gives us breath every day. So I just want to say a few things. It won't be long, and this one won't be me doing any research. This is just from the heart to the new parents. So, for all my new parents, I know you all are probably having a blast seeing we have, new life. It might be kind of hard for some of us. It might be not so hard for some of us. It might be very easy. Might feel very natural. But one thing that I just want all my new parents to know: life does not revolve around you anymore. Life does not revolve around you anymore. And I know for some people that might be hard to take in, but once you do, especially being a parent, your life will go very good, and it'll be very simple. It won't be so complicated. Coming in the future, obviously, looking at the past, if we pay attention to what's coming in the future, it's not good. It's not good at all. These entities, these spirits which run the earth, have overtaken the earth, and they seek to destroy us, and especially our children, considering that our children is the next generation. Our children is the next lawyers, the next teachers, the next preachers, the next people of the world, right? So obviously these entities aren't interested in dealing with us older people anymore, because we've already done most of their work. Physically, literally. Most of us fully know about some of these entities and worship them, right? These children don't. These children know nothing. So for all my new parents, the best thing that you can do right now especially, starting today, start doing some research. Like, let me just show you what I mean. Like, for example, because you can't tell somebody to do what you're not doing. Hold on. Like, real talk, you can't tell somebody to do what you're not doing. But as you all know, I'm always on my phones, and I'm always on the iPad. But I got computers now. So we'll be doing research from that. We'll have videos and stuff coming, and I feel like it'll be a little bit better now. But do research, buy books, buy information, buy knowledge. Seek Yahweh. The most important thing you can do. I'm not telling you to be religious, because I'm not religious, as y'all already know. I'm not religious. I'm not spiritual. I'm not none of that. I'm just a child of Yahweh, right? I used to be very spiritual and very religious. I used to be a whole Christian, like a very serious one too. I'm not talking about a Christian who did not follow, at least try his best to follow the words. But I'm talking about a Christian who actually even studied the Bible. But in studying the Bible, as many of you who already know me know, this is what made me who I am today, now. So, I'm saying all of that to say this. As I've said multiple times, I'm not a teacher, not for the world. I'm not a preacher. I'm just your brother. But for my kids, I'm going to have to be a teacher. I'm going to have to be a protector. I'm going to have to be a provider. The first thing I'm really thinking about, though, is I'm going to have to be a teacher. I'm going to have to teach them. I'm going to have to teach my wife so that she can teach them, right? Especially for the men now. Right now, I'm really talking to the men right now. Women, y'all can sit back. I got something to say to y'all too, but y'all can sit back real quick. I'm talking to my men. Because we are the head. We're supposed to be anyways. But how it's been looking lately, it has not been enough. It has not been enough or any alpha men. Now the problem there Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, my bad, you all. Got to get something from my lips. A little dry. But like I say, the problem with most of our men, what we're having right now, is the fact that it is no alpha men. We have no alphas. Everybody's too beta. I'm gonna just say it straight up. We too soft. All the men is too soft right now. And we worried about the wrong things. We out here battling each other, fighting over women, fighting over money. Ain't nobody studying the young men. Ain't nobody worried about the next generation of men. Ain't nobody trying to sit down and teach, as us men are supposed to do, as the big bros, you know, the dads, the men are supposed to do. Grandfathers. I look at the grandfathers, the older men generation, the men like from about 50, 40 and older. And a lot of them, y'all know from the examples that y'all have seen be set, just like me. It's not a secret. We know. It wasn't no good examples. They didn't set good examples at all. They didn't. In fact, they confused us, a lot of them. And I'm not telling you to be mad at your parents or your grandparents or nothing like that. So don't try to get no confusion and say, oh, Zach told me to go say screw you. Nope, I did not. Absolutely not. Respect them. Still love them. Still love them. But understand what's really going on. Understand. Because a lot of them gave in to these entities and stuff too. And a lot of them gave in to the struggles that we've been going through this whole time. Right? A lot of them just gave in. They just stopped caring. It is what it is. And a lot of them already knew what was going on. Of course, because they were living in those times when a lot of these things were happening that we're still talking about today. Right? Now, as I was saying with the men, the first thing we must do, real talk, is put our foots down. We got to put our foots down, man. We got to be okay with being a man again. We got to learn that it's nothing wrong with being a man. It is nothing wrong with you paying all of your bills and your woman not going half on no bills with you. It's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's nothing wrong with you paying. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with you paying every single bill in the house and your woman being there in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the home things. It's nothing wrong with that. It is something wrong with you wanting a woman to take care of you, though. It's something very wrong with that, fam. You ain't still staying with your mama, bro. It's not your mama no more. You supposed to be the provider, man. You supposed to be the provider, the protector, the teacher, right? If you pay attention to our women, a lot of y'all got so much to say about our women, right? And it's because of look at how we treat them. Look at how we've been teaching them. Look at the love that us as men give our women. And we got to understand why. We got to understand why things have turned this way. Why women are the way they are now today. Why women are more masculine than men. You got women out here more manly than men. It's crazy. It's like, goodness, what's going on here? And this is a problem. It is. Because, I mean, in all reality, they still women. I know a ton of women, and I have a ton of friends who you would consider as a stud or a dyke, right? They are women who they don't like men. They're more manly than most women are, right? And they only like women, right? But guess what? One thing that they all have in common. When they cycle swing around, they all remember that they're a woman, right? When that cycle swing around, they all remember that how much they are a woman, right? Nothing can stop that. So what does that mean for us men? You think they not still looking up to you too? Of course. Of course, maybe some of them might not be. They might despise us, right? But it's up for us to change the outlook on us. It's up for us to change how the world looks at us as men. So-called black men, African American men, Aboriginal men. Especially talking to you. Especially talking to you. Because it's time, bro. It's time for us to make a change. We out here shooting each other and banging on each other and all of this just craziness to each other. We doing exactly what we was colonized to do. Straight up. We doing exactly what we was colonized to do. I mean, the person who was originally killing us and taking our stuff, they don't even got to do it no more, right? You ain't even got to be mad at them no more. Because now you mad at your cousins. Now you mad at your homeboys you grew up with. Now you mad at the people who you know, who live on the same blocks as you. Now you mad at other people that you don't even know who look just like you for banging a color. Now you disrespecting your own people. I don't know no other race of people in the world who make songs disrespecting they dead people, bro. They dead people. I ain't never seen that ever. You know who do that? My people. Disrespecting our dead people, bro. Okay, yeah, they was an opera. Bro, they're gone. They're gone. It's no point to keep talking about it. They're gone. No rest in peace. No respect for the dead. Man, you should go read the Bible and see what it says for all of us who believe we Israelites. Because I still see a lot of us Israelites out here treating ourselves badly. Claiming to be Israelites, but still treating ourselves badly. Right? And that's not good. That's not good. So us as men, we got to see what's going on. We got to see and call out what's going on. Because that's what men are supposed to do. Men are supposed to be alpha. Men are supposed to stand up, stand out. If you go look at a lion, which is the most prided animal in the animal kingdom, right? You'll understand why. Because that lion always going to stand up and stand out. The lion is never going to allow another lion to come in his, no matter how many lionesses and cubs he got. He can have 5, 6 of them. He not finna allow no other lion to come in his pack. Right? Ain't no other lion finna take over nothing because he's the alpha. He's the man of that. And he willing to die behind that. How about some of y'all men? Are y'all willing to die behind y'all lionesses and y'all cubs? Or are you mad at your baby mamas because of what might have happened? You got a bad relationship with your child because your relationship with her ain't so good. It's on you to change that, fam. She might be crazy. I ain't saying she ain't. But it's on you to change. And it's on you to change that situation. Believe me or don't. I done seen it happen too many times, man. Too many times. Just know it's all on you. All on you, man. Aboriginal man. Caucasian man. Oriental man. Whatever race of man you are. It's time for us to man up. It's time for us to put our foots down. It's time for us to say something about what's going on. Right? It's time for us to teach love. It's time for us to, because obviously, look, the women clearly, it's their job to be teaching the love, right? But they clearly are having a very hard time at doing that because of how they are being treated. I mean, just think about it like this. Us as men, when you get to a certain age, when you see a woman, you don't even see her for her. You just see her for what you like. And if she ain't what you like, then you don't even see her. And that's why we turn up so many good women and do so many good women wrong. Because we don't see their true potentials because it ain't what we might like or what we might want. Or they ain't fitting for us at the time. So it's like we shouldn't have never even wasted our time or theirs anyways. We should just be like, I ain't feeling you. But no, us as men, we still want to go get our willy silly. You know what I'm saying? So, which is no point for that because that doesn't make you a man. That's another thing to my men, my young men out here. It doesn't make you a man to be out here messing with all of these girls. All right? It don't make you a man. It don't make you a man to have multiple women. That does not make you a man. What makes you a man? What makes you a man is being able to deal with one woman. Being able to mold one woman. A lot of men out here don't even know how to mold no woman. They sit here and talk about all of this and that. They're looking for a woman, but you don't even know how to mold a woman. You don't even know how to treat a woman, bruh. You don't even know how to talk to the woman to mold her into what you want. Don't even know to start. Or what most people would say, you don't got no game. You don't got no game, fam. And that's reality. And the game ain't about talking about spitting game or trying to slide in her. Nah. The game is about seeing where her mind at. Where she see y'all in 10 years. I didn't say where she see her in 10 years. You can ask that afterwards. The first question need to be, where does she see y'all in 10 years? Because you as a man need to be thinking about where you going to be in 20 years. Where you going to see your family in 20 years. This is what a man supposed to be thinking about. Because, a lot of times women don't. A lot of the women that I know, some women, I can't speak for all, some women I know think about the future a lot. But most women that I know do not think about the future. You know what I'm saying? They might think about next week. And this is only because they got it calendared. They got it planned. You know what I'm saying? They're not just physically thinking about 10 years from now, 20 years from now. That's why women like to shop a lot. Women like to spend a lot of money. You as a man, that's why you might feel the urge, man, I ain't spending that money. I'm finna save that. Because you thinking about brighter days. You think about what this money could be used for in later times. But you see that woman, she ready to go get that. She ready to go get that purse. She ready to go get them nails done. She ready to go get that hair done. $300 on hair, $400, however much. She ready to go do that. She ain't gonna waste no time, right? Just to look good, just to take it all off, throw it away. She don't feel like she wasting money. She don't even see the purpose of. That's why she ready to get your money some more. You know what I'm saying? But you see, as a man, if that's not what you want, if that's not what you like in a woman, believe it or not, you can mold that out of a woman. Like, no cap. It's amazing to me that I can say this from my own personal experience, because when I first got with my wife used to wear weave, wear nails, lashes, all of that. And I didn't force her to stop doing that. I just showed her that her true beauty was more beautiful to me than her putting on an image. You feel me? And that's one thing that us, especially as African American men or black men, aboriginals, that's the first thing we need to do, is make our women know that they are beautiful and make our women know that they are loved. Because boy, oh, no way we treating our women like this out here, man. No way. It's ridiculous. On the internet and all. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta change. Like I say, I seen it in my own wife. When I first got with my wife, she was wearing all of it. The nails, the lash. She still wanted to paint her nails, but she don't go get them done. She don't go put on fake nails because her real nails are long. It's no need. Her real nails are long, so we can just paint them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll help you paint them if you want me to. I don't have no problem with that. But there's no point to go put on some plastic just to tear it off and tear up your real nails. Putting on lashes just to tear off your real dang on eyelashes. This not clicking in none of y'all heads either. Y'all just doing it consciously. But it's because us men ain't saying nothing about it. Like, real talk. And I'm not trying to tell them to force them or nothing like that. Take that weave out your head. No, just tell them, man, your real hair is so much more beautiful. Why don't you wear it? And they gonna tell you, most of them, because they don't feel like it is. Why though? I'll tell you why. I said I wasn't gonna put no research in it. I might not have been telling so much of the truth. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just tell you one reason why so-called black women don't even love their hair. Right? We know why we don't love ourselves, right? Of course we don't. But I'll just tell you one reason why so-called black women do not love their hair. And this is called the Tigdon Law. believe that's what it's called. Hold up, let me try to pull it up on here. I wasn't even planning on talking about this, y'all, but this just is on the top of my head just now since I was just talking about it, talking about our women. Yep, the Tignon Law. The Tignon Law. The Tignon Law, also known as the Chignon Law. Here we go. Let me type it in here. I just had spelled it a little wrong. Hold on, let me type it in on here. Okay, there we go. Boom. And it says, was a law created in 1786 by the Spanish government, which, I mean, who are the people who colonized you, aboriginals, aboriginal women, as they was calling you at the time, women of Creole descent. Not just Haitians either, not just people of Caribbeans, not just Jamaicans. They was talking about all of you aboriginals, because you're all family. Stop thinking that the Haitians is not you. Stop thinking that Jamaicans is not you. Stop thinking that African Americans ain't you. Do research and find out that your family was not taken from Africa and moved here, but you were taken from here to Africa. But that's talk for later. Anyways, this specific law forced black women to wear headscarves, to put something on their head, to cover that head up. Because why? They don't tell you how when they came over here, right? When they came here to the Americas, you was nowhere else. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm going to keep telling you that. I don't care. They can keep banning me. I'm going to keep telling you that. You was nowhere else. And anybody who tell you anything else than you being an Aboriginal, it's not for you, period. You're not black. You're not an African American. Bro, we going into all of that again soon. And y'all already know I'm not stopping on that. Right? They didn't tell you how when they came over here, they seen your beautiful hair. I didn't do my hair like this, y'all. I have no parts in my hair. I have no parts in my hair. I did not twist my hair like this. I don't believe that's manly for men to get their hair twisted. I don't even cut my hair. Do you see this? I don't believe that's manly for men to be going and getting their hair done. Not to mention the Bible. We ain't gonna talk about that though. The Bible tells you not to be doing all of that though. As a man, the Bible physically tells you not to do that. Not to cut your facial hair, not to cut even the corners of your head. No line up. Oh, the Bible tells you, told the Israelites not to do that. So, I mean, if we're going to talk biblically, but just literally, right? They didn't tell you how when they came over here, just to you women alone. This is why still to this day they got you men cutting your hair off. Oh yeah, get some waves. Yeah, get some waves. You don't even know how your hair supposed to look because you've been cutting it for so long. You think waves is the way to go. But then after a while, you get tired of your waves. I had them too. I had them too. Spinning. Stop playing. Yeah, I had them too. And I was like, yeah, no, nah, I'm good. I don't want them. I only had them by force because I was incarcerated. Right? As soon as I got back out, my hair started growing again immediately. Right? And my hair's grown this long in now like 2 years. And just for me not doing nothing to it. People ask me all the time, bro, what did you do to your hair? How did you get your hair like that? Yahweh grew it. That's all I can tell you. Yahweh did this. This how Yahweh destined me to be. This how Yahweh created me to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the same thing how it was for my ancestors. When they came over here, man, we're going to get into these pictures and stuff. We're going to get into all of that. I'm going to show y'all all of that again. They did not like how your hair looked. So they cut it off. Cut patches in it. Or made you just put something on it to cover it up. Because they didn't like it. Why you think still today, at your job interviews, right? You know you ain't finna go to no job interview looking just any type of way with your hair. I done seen so many Caucasian men. No bias or racist here. And I don't really care what color people. I'm just being literal here. Now, from their white privilege, now I understand why this was okay because they have that privilege, right? You don't. I've seen so many Caucasian men go into a job untrimmed up, what they would call unpresentable for you, right? And get a job. Get the job. Be fine. But if you tried that, you already finna have a hard time getting that job 9 times out of 10. If you ain't got no experience or if you ain't, certified, you gonna have a hard time. They don't even care if you didn't graduate school. What? Yeah, so I just graduated school and went to college and all of this for what? Man, my mama went to college for I think it was like the whole 4 years or 5, matter of fact, like 5, almost 6 years, right? For her to get all of this stuff to be a teacher. Just for her to have so many problems with the teaching system. I mean, all the school systems, a lot of them are shutting down, right? Now my mom works as a lunch lady right now. She just loves school that much. I couldn't see her working as anything else. I'm gonna be honest, as anything else other than working with kids. That's all I've ever known my mom to do. Now she's working as a lunch lady. She used to work with I think preschoolers or kindergartners, little kids. She's never liked older kids. But saying all that to say this. Seriously, man. It's up for us to teach. Men, it's up for us to let our women know. Because we don't even know who we are. We've forgotten who we are. As a man, physically as a man, we've forgotten who we are. As an Aboriginal man, we don't even know what the word Aboriginal is. A lot of us, we're learning now. And that's still not what your ancestors called themselves, because your ancestors didn't speak no English. Oh, we gonna get into that again as well. I don't care how many times I get banned, you gonna know. Everything that you're doing now today had nothing to do with you back then. It wasn't you. But your original customs is under this American soil, believe it. Matter of fact, you can go all over here, all over the Americas still now today and find a lot of your customs. They try to paint it up as Indian or Native American, but we're going to also get into those terms as well and see what they actually was saying. Because you see, it's very important for us to know so we can teach. And this isn't just for Aboriginals, for Caucasians too, because like I've already told y'all, they didn't tell you about your history either. They painted it up like you was just good. Oh, the 10 years of slavery? Bull crap, man. Try hundreds of years of white Americans. Slaves. Slavonic people. Where did the word slave come from, Slavs? Yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. Because this is what my people have been documented as. Like I just said, we forgot who we are. As Aboriginals, we don't know who we are. We don't even know we got family. Europeans know that they family, right? Now, white Americans, a lot of them don't know anything either because they've been taken from their motherland. They think that America's their home. I'm proud to be an American, but you're physically literally not. I mean, you can classify yourself as that now, but I mean, if we're going off the very first definitions, the very first dictionary to contain the word American, which is the Compodius Webster's Dictionary of 1806, it didn't say anything about no Europeans. And even if we go a little bit further in the 1800s, we'll just stop it like what everyone knows about the 1828 dictionary. Everyone's learning about that one. And you'll see again, it tells you a little bit of different definition than what we would have thought an American was. We can even go type in American right here. Let me show you guys what I mean. Let's just go type in American right here on Google. And let's see what Google tells us. And I'm going to show y'all what I mean by we need to seriously learn. We desperately need to learn because it's up for us to teach. I mean, We're gonna have to pass it. We're gonna have to pass the teaching to the women as the children are young, right? But as the children become older, they're gonna definitely be leaning upon the man for that, hard, stern teaching, because of course the women, they got a little bit more patience, and they're probably not gonna give it to the child as hard, as the man will. But us as the men, we know we can't sugarcoat. We know we can't do that. We gotta give it all there. So, interestingly enough, now, if you type in, well, here in America, it's different everywhere around the world what you type in on Google. This is another thing I want y'all to know. So when someone says, well, I can't find this on Google, I think you just put that on there, you're lying. No, the thing about Google is, just like a lot of the rest of the internet, except for Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the only thing that we have in common. Wikipedia is the only thing that we have in common, according to The Social Dilemma, which is a documentary on Netflix, where all of these people, the owners of these companies, Google, all of it, they're telling you why they've stopped being a part of it. They don't even want to be a part of it anymore. And because it's screwing our minds up, right? For one reason why, well, Google has, here we see American definition, 1828. Somewhere else, the first thing might be American definition. It's stupid. It's different everywhere, right? But on Wikipedia is the only thing, no matter what you go look up on Wikipedia, and no matter what language, it's going to be the exact same. If they changed it that day, it's going to be the exact same on everybody's devices, computers, phones, no matter what, right? But anyways, so we type in American definition, and as you all know, I usually don't use definition. I use etymology, because that's the true origin of all words in English. But it tells you straight up, a native citizen of the United States, the English language as it is used in the United States, American English, related to or characteristics of the United States or its inhabitants. Interesting. So it says, this is just from a question someone else has asked. What is the true definition of America? Right? And this is from the Now Merriam Dictionary. But now let's see what the original dictionary said. Let's see what the originals said. We'll go click on it. And this is the American Dictionary of the English Language. Yeah, the real one. You see, the Merriam Dictionary is not this. It's not this. Not at all. It has multiple different things in it other than just what we would call the American Dictionary or the true English dictionary. Right, so it tells you an American, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races. It doesn't say Indians. It does not say Native Americans. It says Aboriginals or copper-colored races. Found here by the Europeans, by Columbus, right? And the many others. Vespucci, Amerigo. But now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. So, do you see what I mean, Aboriginals? Because I know if you're watching now, you've watched my videos explaining to you how you're not an African. You're not an African. And you're not black. You're not bleak. You know how your white friends have been saying this whole time, oh, I got a black friend. They didn't know that the black friend was them. Right. We'll be getting into all of that again. I think I might do a live where I get into all of these terms, but I'm definitely finna finish up my videos on them. I've just been taking a break. But anyways, to my women, so I can cut this short. To the women, I just want to say, pay very close attention Pay very close attention to these men. Pay very close attention to the man that you give your time to, that you lay down with. Pay very close attention to the man that you have children with. Of course, men, you need to do the same, but that should be the first thing on your mind. Excuse me. But for the women, the reason why I tell you this is because the man ain't got to go through that 9 months of pregnancy. You do. You don't want no man that's not going to be there with you. You don't want no man that's not going to be there for you. You don't got time for that. During them 9 months of pregnancy, and even after that, of course, you're going to need the dad the whole time. But just during them 9 months of pregnancy, you're going to see how important the man is. I learned that with my first child, really. I really did. It really taught me a lot. You know, when you birth that child, you're going to need that dad there. Believe me or don't, you're going to need that man there. And you as a dad, men, it's going to change your life. It's going to be a great experience. Something that you will never forget. Something that will definitely, unless you're just a crappy person, it'll definitely like put a big smile on your face. Just forever joy in your heart. But women, just pay close attention to the men, because you got a lot of men out here who don't feel a purpose in teaching. You got a lot of men out here who feel no purpose in growing, right? That's a problem. That's a problem. You got a lot of men out here who are way too emotional, right? Way too emotional, can't control themselves. What do I mean by way too emotional? Not saying they cry too much. I mean, some men out here doing that too. But you got some men out here who can't control themselves sexually. That's your emotions as well. Yeah, definitely. Being horny is an emotion. But that's a problem. Why is that a problem? Diseases, disloyalty, you know why that's a problem. We know why that's a problem. Not to mention, obviously, they're not going to really spend too much time in their child's life because they're going to be too busy dipping and dabbing. And then they probably going to have other children elsewhere. We don't have time for that. We don't got time for that. You might act like it don't bother you, but it's definitely going to bother you to see the man that you have a child with have children with other women. Facts. And you just don't want to deal with that. I've seen it from too many women, too many times. No lie. And it's not pleasant, right? It's just not pleasant to even think about now having my own children. I couldn't think about being away from them for a day. Like, not to be funny or anything, but I wouldn't let them out of my sight. Just not right now anyways. Not until they're old enough to ask, well, can I go to grandma's house, or can I go to, whoever's house? And yes, I just said grandma's house or granddad's house. No, you're not going. I'm sorry. I just can't go for that right now. They're babies. They can't speak. They can't do anything for themselves. They can't tell me if something happened to them. So I can't go for that. Me being a parent, me being the dad I am, I could not trust nothing like that, because I see my son is so crazy. He done fell off the couch a few times. For all of you that have boys, you already know this is what they do. I've seen my nephews and all of them do it so many times. And he fine, right? Right, he's fine. But just imagine now, and this is me turning my head for 1 second, or me maybe playing the game and him falling right off the couch, right? And this is just me turning my head for 1 second. I'm playing the game, looking at him, playing the game, looking at him. I look away for I get into the game for a good second. There he goes, hitting the ground. And this is just an example. Or me walking up to go make a bottle for him. I lay him on the couch. Now I can't even lay him on the couch anymore. I just put him on the ground because he's crawling everywhere. But he's even standing up on everything. But I leave him on the couch. I remember one time I went to go fix him a bottle. Literally go to just fix him a bottle. Dude done fell right off the couch. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Wow, this dude is crazy. But that's what it's like. I couldn't trust no one to watch my child if I just took my eyes off of him for a second. And most people don't even really pay attention to what's going on in life. I mean, people spend time on their phone all day, or whatever. So it's like, I just couldn't trust it. But whenever they get of age, of course, heck yeah, go wherever you want to do, as long as it's reasonable, as long as it's okay, as long as it's safe. But women, another thing you need to pay attention to is your surroundings as the women that you are around, right? Because a lot of women I see right now are in a phase of trying to find themselves, right? The best thing you can do to find yourself is find Yahweh. Be a woman of wisdom. As I've said multiple times, I say it again, it's two very strong things in this world. One of them is the spirit of wickedness, and the other is the spirit of wisdom, right? And according to the Bible, the spirit of wickedness is a woman. And also the spirit of wisdom is a woman. The spirit of wisdom is a woman, right? So regardless, every man has that feminine energy in them, regardless. In other words, in simpler words to say, every man has that feminine energy in them. Some men might get overtaken by the feminine energy, and this is why you see some men who are more like women, right? But for you women, you need to specifically learn how to become one with wisdom, right? Because when you do that, you'll be able to see through all of the lies that these men gonna be trying to tell you. You'll be able to see through all of the bull crap. You won't be so naive. You won't be so green to what's going on, right? As a woman. Because a lot of women out here are just really good women and they really don't know what's going on. They're really just getting game ran on them and all type of stuff, right? But you'll be able to see that and you won't be going for that, right? Now, the last thing that a woman needs to most importantly do is respect yourself and love yourself. Women, please, if you're not hear anything else that I say, you can just take this part of the video and just share this part of the video with your friends. Please respect yourself and love yourself. Please put some nice clothes on. Don't show your cleavage. Please don't let nobody see your body. This is for the man that you're gonna be with. Don't nobody need to see what you got, your goodies, until you are comfortable with that person. Now, if you just a free spirit, a free body, hey, I'm not telling you to put on clothes. Do what you want. You can wear bikinis for all I care, for every day. I don't care. But for the women who seriously trying to listen and trying to make a change and are going to be mothers and all of this, especially for the mothers, because we need to be thinking about our children's futures. You don't want your kids seeing you on the internet going crazy on OnlyFans or on one of these porn websites. That, I mean, it's just not a good. I just can't see that as a good look. You don't want to see your kids on here. You 20 years later, 10 years later, and they mama on here just throwing it back and just all of this just. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I would feel to see my mom doing something like that on the internet. I'm so glad that, the older generation didn't have all of these phones and stuff like that, because I know they was freaky. They was extremely freaky back then. They was extremely kinky, but they was doing some weird stuff back then. But it's like now, today, we got cameras, women taking their kids to the club and all type of stuff like that. It shouldn't be going on. It just shouldn't be going on, right? Women, respect yourselves, love yourselves. You don't gotta go to every club. You don't gotta go to every party, right? You ain't gotta go. You don't gotta do that. Especially when you got kids. Be with your kids as much as you can, right? Your homegirls, if your homegirls got kids and they can't seem to be around their kids, you might need to stop talking to your homegirls that much. If you got homegirls who want to go to party every day, especially if they don't got kids and you got kids, and they still trying to convince you to go out and party, they not your friends, bro. Because if they was really your friends, they'll be thinking about your kids first. They'll be thinking about your kids first. They'll be trying to be worried about your child. So they'll be like, no, you don't need to come out. She probably don't need to come out because she need to be with her baby tonight. Instead of trying to get somebody to babysit. We don't need that. We need parents to be there. Right? This is why our babies be a lot of times our babies be crying and stuff and all of that when they be around people. They don't be comfortable because they just be around too many spirits. They be confused a lot of times. You got to understand, children are just like what animals, right? When they get attached, they're attached, right? When they're used to someone, they're used to someone. That's all they really know. All the way up until they're an adult and they can make their own choices. That's what differences, of course, children and animals. And when animals, no matter how old the animal gets, is still going to be very attached to that same person, whoever it's attached to, the animal or whatever it's attached to. But the child, the baby, by the time it becomes an adult, it makes its own decisions. You know, if it still wants to be attached to that person, probably 9 times out of 10 won't. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. So with that being said, women, just think about the future. Think about what's coming next. Think about brighter days, right? And for the single mothers out there, things will get better for you. For the single mothers out there, regardless if you feel it's your fault or not, things will get better for you. Just do everything that you can to be the best example you can for your child, right? Because regardless if you feel it's your fault or not, the man, unless he's in prison or he's passed away, right? And if you in jail after you have kids, that's still cowardly to me, because you knew, unless you had charges to face before you had the baby and you just had to finish your charges. But if you out here still doing stuff, you in the streets and stuff, and you risking your freedom when you have children, that is very selfish to me. It's very selfish and very stupid to me. I don't understand that, right? So if the father is not in the child's life because of that reason, you have more than enough reasons to leave him alone. Just like if the father is not in the child's life by choice, you know, you have more than enough reason to put him on child support. You have more than enough reason to, you know what I'm saying, be like, you know, okay, I don't want you around my child. You have more than enough reason. You have more than enough reason to not allow them around your child by a certain time, by a certain age, because it's their choice. And it's your choice to let your children grow and know certain things. So if this man is not a good example, and he's not even man enough to be around his kids, you know, no matter the circumstances, because us as men, whatever we want to do, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If a man want to be loyal to you, he gonna be loyal to you. If a man want to cheat on you, he gonna cheat on you. There's nothing you can do to stop that, right? If a man want to be a good father, he gonna be a good father, right? It's completely his option. It don't matter if you go get a new boyfriend or what. You gonna have an alpha man, a real alpha man, who gonna tell you straight up, I don't care what you do. You can have 1,000,000 boyfriends, but you better not bring none of them around my kid. And that's just that. My child better not tell me about nobody trying to play no stepdaddy role, or that's gonna be a problem, right? And that's a man, because he's telling you straight up, all right, you're you. I can't control you. I can't tell you what, but this is my child. This is my seed. So with that being said, I have very much control over their life and what happens, right? If he ain't that type of man, you don't even need to worry about him. If he is that type of man, you need to stop being a fool, right? Unless he's abusive or something, then yeah, you probably don't need to go back to that. But if he is that type of man and you know he's a good man, whatever, you just didn't like him because his thing might have been smaller, whatever the case may be, you know, you need to stop being a fool, and you need to stop being selfish and think about your kids. Real talk. Think about your kids. Because it's very hard, as you all know, to find a good man out here who willing to do everything and pay all the bills, and, you know, being able to teach and provide and protect and all of these things that a man's supposed to do. We've kind of forgotten our role as men. We've kind of forgotten what an alpha looks like. We haven't seen one in so long. We've just been looking at all of these men complaining all the time and saying what they're gonna do and never doing it. It's not no men around no more, for real. You know? Men know how to control their angers. Men know how to control their tone. If we men, we shouldn't be getting so mad to the point that everything we do, we beating our women up. That's not no man. Men control themselves. So again, with the whole abusive thing, yeah, leave him alone, most definitely. He put his hands on you, leave him. Don't sit there and try to have no baby with him. I don't care how good he look. I don't care how good the love making is. Leave him, right? Because he's childish. He's not ready to grow. He out here messing around with all these girls. Leave him. Especially if you know you're not on the same page. Because, I mean, you know a lot of the girls out here what they doing. They out here getting down on these emotional dudes, and all these dudes out here doing is crying and looking stupid, killing themselves and killing women about it. I remember back in the day, it's crazy because men used to just be doing women so crazy and not caring how they felt or what happened. You know, now the roles done changed. You got women out here just got these men out here looking sad. But it's only because of what we've been teaching each other and what we've been showing. It should have never been that way in the first place. We should have always had love and respect for one another. We should have always been teaching each other to grow, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to just end it by saying, you all, whether you are parents or not, shalom, shalom, family. I will tell you though, I am no king. I am no king. Unfortunately, I am no king. I refuse to ever be a king because I will not rule over people. I can't rule over people. It's just not in my heart. I couldn't see myself as higher than any of you. Not even the children, especially not the children. And this is why I'm saying we need to think about the next generation, because they are far more important than us older. You know what's more important than the king? The prince. The prince is far more important than the king. He's next in line. But I do appreciate that though. You could just call me brother, because that's what I would like to be called by everyone. Or Zai, child of Yahweh. But I am no king. And another thing, does God have a son? I mean, depending on which God you're talking about, yes. But we're not here to talk about that right now. So how about this? On the next live, which I'll probably be doing another live a little bit later. And I think I might talk about I think I might start talking about the names and the deities which we've been worshiping, and also the 7 Noahide laws. I think I might talk a little bit biblically. You make sure that you catch that. What time is it right now? I'll just set it up just for you. Just tell you what time to be there. It's 10 o'clock right now. I'll probably let my phone charge, eat a little bit. I'll probably be back on at like 2 o'clock maybe 2 o'clock. So try to catch that, and we'll talk about all of that. But if you're talking about, I mean, it depends on which God you're talking about. Every single one of them almost has children. Facts. Not just one son or one daughter. They have multiple children. But if you're asking Yahweh, it's 9:30 where I'm at. Oh, interesting. Where are you at? Where, if you don't mind me asking, where are you at? And like I was saying, now if you was asking if Yahweh has a physical son, well, you're looking at him. I'm one of them, and I mean, you're one of them as well. You're young Prince Eli. You're his son as well, absolutely. Just like the rest of his sons and daughters walking around the earth. Absolutely. Minnesota. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, dang, the time is different up there. And we're also going to be talking about the time of myth. Since you're in here, I want you to go ahead and go look this up. I want you to go look up on Wikipedia 2022, the year of 2022. And then I want you to go look at the year in every other place in the world, like all the other calendars. And I want you to see, just in this one instance, this one piece, how time is a myth, bruh. And if time is a myth, how much more things are a myth? But like I said, I'll be back with you all later. I love you all. Peace and blessings.